Welcome back to another video. Today we react to top 10 anime ruined by a single character. Let's jump straight to it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our
Yo,
picks
Tracy?
of the most annoying characters that completely ruined their series.
いや、君の指図は受けない。
わかりました。お任せします。
Number 10, Ren Yamai. Komi can't communicate. What's the opposite of a meet cute? If you answered
I'm sorry, Ren Yamai did not ruin that. I think she spiced it up, at least in my opinion.
anything other than Ren, you're wrong.
どうにかして古見さんのパンツ見られないかしら。
何言ってんのこの人。
From the moment she lays eyes on Komi, she obsessively stalks the poor girl until the rom-com feels more like a cautionary tale.
Wow.
She creeps on Komi, manipulates her relationship with Tadano, and, oh yeah, even full-on kidnaps him at one point. It's all in the name of love, but that's no excuse for how often she crosses the line, especially since she knows Komi is too nice to reject her. It's a shame. If it weren't for Ren's constantly creepy behavior, she could have been a solid friend to Komi.
これは古見さんのためなの。だってそうでしょ。
Number 9, Hero, Darling in the Franxx.
番号じゃなくて本に出てくる人たちみたいなその人だけの名前
Isn't Hero the main character? Darling of Franks is a mess of a show, at least in my opinion. But isn't he the main character?
名前はねヒロ
It takes a certain kind of poorly written character to make giant fighting mechs feel soulless. But for Hero, it's just Tuesday. We'd complain about his personality, but there's so little to him, he's basically just a walking self-insert.
Facts.
02としか乗れないのだとしたらそれ以外に道はないんだ
And not in a good way. The show revolves around Hero and his relationship to Zero Two, and yet, Darling in the Franxx can't seem to find any way to make him interesting, memorable, or entertaining in the slightest.
君があの時の絵本の女の子だったんだね
Now, to be fair, Darling in the Franxx has plenty of other glaring issues, but a lot of them could have been forgiven if its protagonist actually acted like one. Number 8, Meikumon, Digimon Adventure Try.
Alright. I know that's this is an unpopular opinion. I liked Meikomon as a character. The Digidestin they put her with was the worst one. Just because you try to introduce another one to the group, I didn't really like that. What they should have done is just have her be the enemy. I like Meikomon though.
Given its name, you probably expected this film series
And again, Digimon Try is a little controversial in the Digimon fandom.
to be about the main cast of Digimon Adventure, right?
Hi, my name is Gabby. Welcome. Follow me.
Could you tell us more about Job Corps?
Alright.
Digivolved?
Well, they are there, but instead of diving deep into their adult lives, Try spends most of its runtime on this annoying furball. Meikumon eats up screen time like it's her job. And
Facts.
even worse, she isn't even fun to watch. On the contrary, each passing Digivolution makes her less of a character and more of a walking plot device. From there, the whole story hinges on how invested you are in Meikumon's fate. But it's hard to care about her when she single-handedly takes the adventure out of Digimon.
Please kill her. Just do it.
Number 7.
Please kill her. That guy would have had no qualms. The guy from that Digimon Try movie where he kills his Digimon, no qualms about it. He would have been like, "Give me a rock."
Beyblade Burst Turbo.
What? I don't understand what you mean.
After 2 years following Volt's exploits in the ring,
We're saying the spin-off Iger, this dude right here, ruined Beyblade Burst. What ruined Beyblade Burst is that they didn't spin off into a different Beyblade. It took 5-6 years for Beyblade X to come out. And people don't like that because they got away from regular Beyblade.
Beyblade Burst
Or at
let
least
it rip
my
on
opinion.
a new protagonist for Season 3. And, well, he's certainly something.
Am I gonna lose?
Iger! Iger!
Achilles!
Iger! Don't give up! Don't give up! Don't give up!
To put it nicely, Iger is pretty much the opposite of your classic humble, likable hero. In fact, at times, the things he says to his friends are downright villainous. His ego might have been excused if he actually struggled to earn his skill, but
I like to remind you, Watch Mojo, he is 12. Like, Vault is a teenager and the best in the world at this point. So,
instead of enduring any kind of adversity,
Yo, cops.
Burst Turbo insists on giving him a shoehorn victory in just about every episode. He never learns, he never grows, and he never comes close to living up to Vault.
I've had enough! This is the end for you!
oh, first of all, only because Vault, we grew with him as a story, as a character. He barely makes character development. That's a fun response. But for Vault, we fell in love with the show around him. Like, Xander was a pretty cool character. Louis, Free were all really cool characters that we wanted to see. Too bad we don't get to see Free and Louis face each other. At least, I don't think they faced each other. Correct me in the
Number
comments if I'm wrong.
Excalibur, Soul Eater. The most powerful weapon in this series is a sentient blade that breaks out into song.
Blame Shinra.
We aren't kidding. Even though it sounds like a bad joke, Excalibur is anything but funny.
1から12で好きな数字は何だね
ああ1から 12? もちろん1だ俺は1番じゃなきゃ気が済まねえ
8だ8シンメトリーだからな
バカな君たちに選択する権利はない
That's not from lack of trying though. From his very first introduction, it's clear that Excalibur's routine is supposed to be charming. However, something got seriously lost in translation because his childish attitude is nothing other than irritating.
これだから田舎者は困るのだ
And don't even get us started on his horrible, ear-bleeding songs. Combined with an obnoxious personality and a ton of unearned confidence, the only thing Excalibur does is leave you reaching for the mute button.
しかし本当は火曜日でましてや木曜日でもあるかもしれないがしかしここは土曜日が妥当であろうかいや水曜日もしくは月曜日ひょっとすると金曜日だ
Number 5, Nia, Death Note.
パズルは解かなければただの
Sort of.
No one could ever truly replace a character as beloved and enigmatic as L. But surely they could have found someone better than Nia. Despite being introduced as L's never-before-mentioned protege, Nia doesn't have any of his master's screen presence. Actually, he lacks any kind of personal identity at all. Really, he's just L, but without the brilliant plans or chemistry with light.
木村を殺したのは誘拐犯ではなくキラだと
その線もあると言っているだけです
Nia's dull personality is a major wet blanket on the second half of Death Note and plays a major role in why many find the ending unsatisfying. He isn't a sequel, he's a cheap knockoff, one that the show would have been better off without.
いいえあなたはただの人殺しですそしてこのノートは史上最悪の殺人兵器です
Number 4, Mika Shimotsuki, Psychopaths 2. There's being stuck up, there's being a zealot, and then there's Mika Shimotsuki.
これが正しいあり方なのにどうして局長はあんな人
She's a MWPSB inspector who follows the book to a T, even though it comes at the cost of any kind of redeeming qualities. See, Mika's a petty, hypocritical snitch who bends rules when it suits her, but condemns others for doing the same.
局長には何度も報告書を提出したはずですその返答をお聞かせいただけませんか
And funnily enough, she's supposed to be a foil to Best-Skill Akane. You can probably guess how well that went over. While Mika does get slightly more tolerable in Season 3, her increased role in the second installment is a very hard pill to swallow. Remind us why we couldn't stay with Akane again?
やめて聞きたくない痛くない
Number 3, Yukiteru Yuki Amano, Future Diary.
I mean, that's
if
fair.
we're being honest, Yuki isn't an offensive character. He isn't overly annoying, unlikable, or anything like that. He's just painfully apathetic, and somehow that's so much worse.
なんかみんなで事件現場に行くって話になっちゃってさ。
Yuki's phone can suddenly tell the future, and he still refuses to do a damn thing about it, even when it gets people around him hurt.
助かるためには日記を使うしかない。でももし日記の力がバレたらみんなとはもう友達じゃいられないかも。
Keep in mind, he's Future Diary's protagonist. It's hard to stay engaged with a show when its lead really doesn't want to.
Alright. Correct me if I'm wrong, Psycho-Pass fans that are in this comments or I guess stumble upon this video. He's the main character, not the pink-haired girl. I haven't watched this show. I know that pink-haired girl because she's mostly like everywhere.
To be the lead. It's particularly maddening because the Battle Royale premise is awesome. But Yuki's hair-pulling reluctance to man up squanders Future Diary's potential before it even gets a chance. Number 2, Tracy.
New York homeowners, if your roof is leaking, damaged, even if it's just old, you can save anywhere from
Pokemon.
Tracy, who doesn't like Orange Islands is underrated. Now you may say, oh, but Tracy isn't Brock. He wasn't supposed to be Brock, so it's like hating on that green-haired character.
After nearly 100 episodes with the same crew, it's only natural Ash and Misty wanted some fresh blood on their adventure. So they dropped Brock like a stone and replaced him with Tracy, a character who's virtually identical, just without the charm.
Let me do this right. I caught Scyther!
Tracy, let me show you how it's really done.
Oh, okay.
Really, Tracy's only purpose is to hang around and spout off Pokemon facts like a plot-reliant Pokedex. He has none of Brock's endearing quirk.
But is he the worst part of Orange Islands? I don't think so, because we only get to see him for at least one season, maybe a season and a half, and it's kind of it. Like, he'll pop up as a cameo once in a while, but
really any quirks at all. He's a nothing character that makes the entire Orange Island saga a total slog to go through. Let's just say Tracy ended up having the shortest tenure of any of Ash's companions, and that's no coincidence.
Oh, I get it. When it comes to bugs, Misty's a...
To be fair, at least in my opinion, Tracy should have introduced with Misty with May and her little brother. I'm thinking her name is Dan. His name is Dan. I'm just forgetting his name off the top of my head. But that would have been better than Brock, May, and the little brother.
The chicken!
Max.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your sets. Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's not every day a single character tanks a show. Then again, not every anime has Julieta.
おもりをしている場合ではないのに早く来てくださいビダール
She may act all high and mighty, but anyone who's seen her in combat knows she hasn't earned a single victory in her whole life.
私にはやるべきことがある
On the contrary, Julieta screws up just about every operation she's a part of, occasionally putting her allies' lives at risk. To make matters even worse, she's one of the few characters who rides off into the sunset at the end of the season. It's not some introspective commentary either, it's just aggravating writing.
今ここにアリアンロッド艦隊司令ラスタルエリオンの意向のもとに悪魔は討ち取られた
Iron-Blooded Orphans is far from perfect, but if it didn't have Julieta's insufferable behavior, it'd be a whole lot closer. Which character made you turn off an anime? Did you enjoy?
Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Link in description. Again, I didn't watch Mobile. I watched Orphans. It actually fire start. But like and subscribe. See you in the next one.